I wanna know ya. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria, Bioko Island, Liberia, I wanna know ya. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria, Bioko Island, Liberia, I wanna know ya. Let it all hang out. DNA brings cigar people out. The artistic, so gifted. African ancestry gets it. Yes, they black owned for the people. In the roots, they will find your sequel. Genetic test in the process, peaceful. Reunite, multiply with your equals. Black scientists, research it. Invest in that time, you're worth it. Experience feels so perfect. Get on the right path to your purpose. No other in the industry like this. Find your link to a tribe, precise kit. Mende people, Mendenga, Volanta, the house. I wanna know ya. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria, Bioko Island, Liberia, I wanna know ya. Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, gotta let me show ya. Nigeria, Bioko Island, Liberia, I wanna know ya. AfricanAncestry.com, the pioneers in genetic tracing for black people. Since 2003, doing what no other in the industry can do by tracing your DNA to the present day African country, ethnic group, or tribe. What better time than now to find out where you came from? Order your kit today.
What's up, y'all? Habari Gani. Habari Gani, good people. Avanti's in the house. Herman's here. Joseph. Hey, Plachette. It's Kwanzaa. I said Habari Gani. What's the response? Get a response. Hey, Nakima. Nola's in the house. Are y'all celebrating Kwanzaa? It's a delay. I knew y'all knew. What's up? How are you doing tonight? Thank you for being here. Welcome to our African Ancestry Live. I missed you guys. I've been real loose with my lives during the holiday season. Kim, thank you so much. Good to see you. Lavonda, my girl Lavonda up in Brooklyn's in the house. Lavonda is an African Ancestry ambassador and a good friend. I'm so happy to see all of you on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Menelik is in the house. Kara, thank you for being here, Kara. So listen, look at my shirt. I know you all saw the intro. I think this is the best, to me, this is the best Facebook and YouTube live that we're about to do. I am so excited, but we got to do some housekeeping first. Hassani's here. Whoa, now I knew you weren't far behind, Barry Payton, when I saw Nakima. Derek Pittman, hello, good evening, everybody. Yes. So for those of you who aren't one of our regulars, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gina Page. I'm the CEO and co-founder of AfricanAncestry.com. It's a little dark in here. My ring light gave out on me at 6:42. So we're working with it. We got the San Antonio African American Community Archive and Museum. That's what's up. Thank you for being here. Lisa's here. Lou Verde. Is it Lou Verde or Lou Verde? Oh, Luddy! Oh my goodness. Everybody's coming out for Kwanzaa. Luddy Hayden. A very good friend and longtime champion of African ancestry. Great to have you here. Are you still in North Carolina, Luddy? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yes, Blackopoly. Are you all familiar with Blackopoly? Okay, wait. I got distracted. See, I'm so excited. Okay, wait. So, African Ancestry. We are the pioneers of genetic ancestry tracing for Black people around the world. We are on a mission to transform the way we view ourselves as Black people, as people of African descent, and the way we view Africa. We are the only company that has that mission, and we accomplish that mission through connecting you to your African roots using your DNA. And we've been doing this for almost 18 years, y'all. 18 years. For 18 years, we've been Black owned, Black funded, the only company with Black scientists, the only company with an amazingly sized database of African lineages, the only company that doesn't sell or share your personal or genetic information. We've been doing it this way for 18 years. So we are not new to this. And neither are you. And I thank you for joining us and being here today. Chris White in the house, thank you so much. Kimberly's representing for the Booby Tribe. Who else is on here? Let me see. I know when you guys are on the we have an online community on Facebook. And when Ty, our administrator, she plays our theme song, she has you all throw up your flags. I'm not that great with the flags, and y'all know I can't see those little emojis, but let us know what countries you're representing for. I know that we got Bioko Island here. Shout out to Kimberly Davis Latham. Lisa's asking me, what's it like to be home for so long? Lisa, it's crazy. You all know I usually am somewhere else all the time. I think I've spent more time on my couch in my living room in the past 9 months than I have the whole, I don't even know, 10 years or so that I've had my home. So it's crazy. Jody Friends in the house. Habari Ghani, Jody. She's so royal. Thank you. What? You celebrating Kwanzaa at Studio B with B Mike? What? Please tell him Gina Page from African Ancestry said hello. We got Molly in the house, the Tuareg people. Azriel says, I'm new here. Always been curious, but also skeptical. Well, let's take a few moments, Azriel. What is your skepticism? What are your questions? I co-founded the company, so I can give you the answers. I'm happy to do that. Sherry says, greetings from Dallas. Okay, welcome, Sherry. You're not sure yet about your country. That's okay. We can help you. If you want to know the present day people, the ethnic group, and African country that you share ancestry with, we can tell you on multiple lineages of your family tree, right? So like Carlette, we traced her maternal line, mother to mother to mother, on back to the Fulani and the Yoruba people living in Nigeria today. That makes you my cousin, Colette. Let's see, who else? Audrey McLaren, we traced to the Booby people living in off the coast of Equatorial Guinea and Bioko Island. Of course, we've got, who else is on here? Okay, Azriel wants to know, how accurate is it? My sisters have done other ones, which I was also skeptical about, and they got varying results. So in terms of accuracy, we find matches, well, let me get real technical first. In terms of accuracy, our confidence level is 95%. So our margin of error is plus or minus 5%. That's a pretty standard accuracy measure. We find results for virtually everybody who takes our test. Now, we find identical results for 85% of the people that take our test. That means we were able to find someone in our database with whom you share the exact same genetic markers for whichever ancestry we're researching. For the remaining 15% of the people, we look at the most closely related matches, and we don't consider a match to be a match unless you have at least a 98.6% similarity. Accuracy is also reflected by the size of the database that you're using for comparison, Azriel. African Ancestry has the largest database of African lineages in the world, period. We have over 33,000 African lineages from 40 countries and hundreds of ethnic groups. The data in our African lineage database was compiled under the direction of historians and anthropologists. So we made sure that we have the populations who contributed to the transatlantic slave trade. Now, other companies, their database of African lineages might be 2,000. So in terms of accuracy, they're not going to be as accurate when it comes to African answers because they don't have a big enough or as big of a pool of lineages to choose from. Tootie says, I did my mother. We got all kinds of booby people on here tonight. I did my mother's side and got a 100% match to the booby people. What that means, Tootie, is that we found people in our database, people who are living in Bioko Island today, who are booby people, who have the exact same, they have identical mitochondrial DNA to yours. So it was a 100% match. Does that make sense? Aldi says Mende 100% means that when others I've seen on here with Mende ancestry but have different tribes in other countries. Okay, so I think this is the answer to your question, Aldi. So sometimes we find matches in one country among one tribe, but sometimes we find matches in one country among two tribes. Sometimes we find matches in two different countries among different tribes. And that is because there's several reasons for that. One, tribes are not genetic groupings. Tribes are social and cultural groupings. So I live in DC. I happen to be an AKA, like our new vice president-elect. And my cousin, who has the same genetics as me, she lives in Dallas. And she's an AKA. So we belong to the same group, but we live in different places. Another example would be my father lives in DC, and he has 6 brothers and sisters that all live in different places. Let's say my father doesn't practice a religion. Well, my grandmother and an aunt, they're Baptist. Another aunt in another place may be Catholic. They have the same genetics, they live in different places, and they belong to different groups. Well, what you know about Africa is that the country borders are artificially and politically drawn. So what is Sierra Leone and Liberia today was not Sierra Leone and Liberia hundreds of years ago. So we can only tell you where those people are today, but they may have shared genetic lineages. I hope I explained that well. Like I told you, I'm so excited. I'm thinking about Blackopoly. Oh, okay. Leslie said I had an identical match, one country, 4 tribes. So that means that there are people in those tribes that share the same genetics, but they have different practices. They have different beliefs. They have different traditions, but they have the same genetics. So we have to tell you everything that we find. We don't make the decision to only tell you one or the other. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a question. Tarnisha says, I got my results and I'm Fula, Temne, Mende, and Crew. How is that possible? Well, look at the geographical proximity of Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Again, they're neighboring countries. Well, Guinea-Bissau may be 300 miles away from Sierra Leone. So the people may have different names and be in different places, but genetically they're the same. Aldi, okay, great. All right, shout out Nia to Michael Friend in the house. All right, so the other thing I want to make sure I tell you, because I don't want to, I gotta go. I gotta go to Blackopoly. Is that we have a special going on through tomorrow, which is 15% off of an African Ancestry test kit. I know a lot of you on here have already purchased the test kit, but we have other stuff. You can get masks. You can get an identity box. You can get our new Remember Who You Are study guide. You can get personalized certificates. You can get t-shirts. You can get journals. You can get notebooks. And we have free shipping for those products. So if you decide that, if I convinced you, Azriel, you can go over there and to AfricanAncestry.com and get your test kit now. But for those of you who've already gotten the kit and you're not looking to trace another lineage yet, then please go over and take advantage of the coupon code to get free shipping. All right. So I tried to tell y'all how excited that I am. That's right, Vallard. Blackopoly, baby. This is hands down the blackest game I have ever seen, ever. Yeah, we got some cool games. Black Card Revoked and all kinds of other games. And shout out to them. They're doing an outstanding job. But this one, listen, I'm about to show y'all the trailer. This is the trailer for the game. Had me by. I was like, okay, they are real. They real over there at Blackopoly. Let's check this out.
Available now.
Oh, wait, that's the end. You guys see it from the beginning.
Are you ready for a revolution in board games? Blackopoly, the first and only game of its kind to teach economics from a black perspective. Featuring interactive gameplay and so much more. Fun for the whole family, suitable for ages 7 to adult. This one is for the culture. Blackopoly. Only at blackopoly.black. Available now.
Listen, am I lying or is that the blackest game y'all ever seen in your life? Even down to even, Kevin, was that your voice? Whose voice is that?
That was my voice.
Ah! Look at me. I need a producer. Okay, was that your voice, Kevin?
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Listen, I'm like, okay, I wish I had heard this when we were playing. This, congratulations. Outstanding job. We're twins. I'm rocking your t-shirt right now. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, this is fam. I didn't tell y'all, this is African Ancestry fam. So we're not playing. That's right, Jody. Jody says so. Jody friend's going over there to get the game now. And Beige Loaf said extra black.
Yes, indeed.
There we go.
So welcome. So we have Kevin White, who is the creator of the game, in the white t-shirt. And then we have Randy White, who's your dad, right?
Yes.
In the black t-shirt. So thank you all so much for being here. In the spirit of full disclosure, everybody, if you can't tell, I love this game so much. I played it for the first time a few weekends ago, and my mother was not acting right. So I went into the database and looked up Randy White's phone number and called him and was like, can you please tell my mother the rules so that she will play correctly? But let's talk about the game. So you all saw I want to show everybody the box, because from the minute you open your box, that you even get the daggone box. I hope this is the right picture. Yeah. This is the box, you all. It is absolute. It even feels good. It's all smooth, and it's not some janky regular old box. That's the box, just to start with. But let's talk about how did you even come up with this concept, Kevin or Randy? Whose concept was it?
Hey,
all right, so
it's the kid. It's his.
Yeah. I was actually sitting at home. Me and my wife was speaking, and I was like, they don't have any black board games, right? And she was like, no, I can't think of none. And that was it. So between that and it was a plethora of things altogether. So it was that, and I needed a way to leave things behind to my children. So when I first created the game, it wasn't even for the world. It was actually him that was like, the world got to see it.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I just needed a way that was fun, that would teach my kids everything that they needed to know to be prosperous and survive in this society, even if I was to die today.
I love that. So now you are kicking so much knowledge in this game. Let me tell you, I thought we were doing something. Oops. What? Okay, we lost them. I thought we were doing something with the African Ancestry Remember Who You Are campaign. This game is full of knowledge. So while they're coming back in, you guys, I want to show you. So when you open the box, inside the box, whoops, inside the box are these gold bags. I was like, gold bags. And so you open it up and you've got all kinds of stuff. You've got black dollars with Marcus Garvey on them, and it's a credit union. It's not a, oh, here they are. Okay. Filler. I was filling in while you guys
There you go.
Okay. We were on the black dollars, the Garvey dollars. So my question was, what was your source for the game? Tell us about the game, first of all. Tell us about the game in general and how you came to the content that's included.
Okay, so it's simple. It's really not simple. Actually, at the time when I created the game, I was traveling the country and doing a lot of community work. And so a lot of those places that you see on the board are actually places that I've been to, seeing different movements and different things happening within the community. But as I traveled, I started to notice different psychological issues, different things that we didn't understand in regards to, you know, whether it be owning land and different other financial aspects and even history. A lot of us had the right ideas, but we didn't have the knowledge accompanied with it, which sent me on just a research journey myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I was already graphic designing at the time. So, you know, the first thing I did was come up with the board.
Ah, okay. So you're a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Okay. This makes perfect sense now. Look, you guys, look at this. Look at this board. Hold on. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So take us through the board.
Okay, so
wait, did I cut you off? Did I cut you?
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Can y'all tell I'm excited? Listen, let's all just play Blackopoly right now. Okay, let me get it together. All right, take us through the board.
Okay, so the board starts on progress. And it's very small, but you see a woman reading a book. And on the book, it says, know thyself. One of the first things I notice is a lot of times we have issues. We can't deal with each other as a whole because we don't even know how to deal with ourselves. First, we have to have knowledge of self. So it goes from that progress point, and also the reading aspect is similar for, you know, gaining the knowledge and stuff necessary in order to make progress. You know, so you got the progress piece. Well, I'll go over the four corners first. Then you have the mental enslavement.
I love that. So that's jail, right? Mental enslavement is equivalent to jail.
Yeah, because in a lot of ways it's no different. If you're mentally bound, you can't progress. You can't do anything, you know. Then you have the third eye open space. That space is it's similar to like a free parking, but it's not in the sense of you have to answer a question in order to get whatever is on that space. And all of these questions, and all of these questions are some of them are historic, some of them are more to do with what's going on now, but they all have to do with our current situation and the things that we need to do.
Can I share that? Can I show that? Okay, I'm gonna show that.
I appreciate it too.
Okay, so there are things that we need to know about our current situation. So this is a cool aspect of it too, because this is not part. So there's a third eye open space on the board, but if you land there, you have to go online to answer the question, right? So it's interactive.
So if you want, you can show them now and click the question, and it'll show you what the answer is. It'll take you to the answer.
So let's see. Let's do one. Hi, you got Africa. Okay, what was the last African country freed from colonialism? So click here for the answer.
Yep.
And so What's the answer? I gotta go through all this. 47, 51, 56, 69. Does anybody know the answer? It's the one at the top. This is a good trivia question. Can you guys tell me the first person to get the answer to this question wins the game on me? What was the last African country freed from colonialism? So I clicked on it, but you guys can't see it because I would have to share a different screen. Hold on. I need a producer. I do have a producer actually. Starting in January, she'll be back. Let's see. So it takes you here to this Wikipedia page and where you would look for the answer. So let's see. Donna Marie said Liberia. Is that right? Liberia was 1847. Nope, that's not right. Lisa says Ghana. Do you know the answer, Kevin?
To be honest, I'm gonna have to research it like this. It's so much.
You know what?
I'll research so much to where some of this I have to write down.
Some of other Zimbabwe is 1980. I think that might be it, actually. Nakima says Zimbabwe. I'm gonna keep looking. I think you might be it though. Nakima. Oh no, 1990. Wait, are there two in 1990? Oh no, 1990 is. Ooh, nobody has gotten it yet. I know the answer. I know the answer. Okay, y'all. Well, that's the question. So we're gonna keep it moving. If somebody gets the answer, then you'll win the prize. You'll win a Blackopoly game. This is the best. Look, besides the test kit, I think this is probably the best giveaway we've given. Okay. So you land on third eye open. T got Eddie Hughes got it. Eddie Hughes beat you, Ty guy. Congratulations, Eddie Hughes. The answer is Namibia. All right, Eddie Hughes, you got to DM me your address so that I can order the kit. I'm going to blackopoly.black to order a kit. Do you hear me? I'm going there to order a kit. So you do the same. Okay, go ahead, Kevin. I'm sorry.
All right, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so even that part, the fact that it's interactive, what I want to teach people how to do is how to research. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we hear information from one source and then regurgitate.
Right. Whoa. Okay, there we go. So what other sources did you use for your research?
Everything from documentaries to there's a good interview of Marcus Garvey's son on the Rock Newman Show. Where they go in full detail about, different things that were happening in Marcus Garvey's life and stuff at the time. But I think I watched every documentary on Marcus Garvey, read every book, every article. That's like my, I follow him. So you have that, dealing with real estate. My father's in real estate and stuff like that. So things like warranty deeds and stuff like that. Him, my friend TJ Lofton. My friend TJ Lofton, he actually deals with buying land. So that's why I learned about the warranty deeds and things like that. As far as stock market, etc., just research everything that I could get my hands on as far as the DNA, NIH.gov. I'll study a lot of things on there. Their research trials and stuff like that. Yeah, everything I could get my hands on.
Okay. Oh wait, I want it to be you, not me. Hold on. Okay, cool. Okay, so what is something? So let's keep going around the board. We have the third eye open is one of the corners. Mental enslavement is another corner. Progress is the third corner. And what's the other one?
Okay, the fourth quarter. That's you are now mentally enslaved. So you got to go to the mental enslaved space. In that one, that one just sends you to mentally enslaved. And the reason why it's there is because sometimes mental enslavement or mental bondage, I would say it hits you out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You could be
Right.
hanging with the wrong people. You could just automatically, something could happen. You can end up being depressed when it's not that big of a deal, or maybe it is, but you got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? So that's what that space represents.
And then it's hard to get out of it. What does it take to get out of mental enslavement on the board?
Okay. So either you got to roll the dice or you can pay your way out.
And so, but you can't just don't you have to get something do you have to get a certain number when you roll the dice to get out?
Yeah, you got to in order to get out, you have to get multiples of 3.
And is there a reason behind that?
Same with it's a spin off of the third eye open thing, but it also has to do with it's all back to our history, understanding the universe, the 3, 6, and the 9, those ties, the numerology behind it. It's a lot. It's a lot into that.
Okay, that's cool. So we have a couple of questions. How did you choose Marcus Garvey? Michael Friend wants to know.
Because I feel like he was the example of Black excellence, an example of what a Blackopoly was. You know, to if you watch just how everything he did with the UNIA, starting his shipping company, even his even what he spoke of in regards to us being African. You know what I mean? Like, I think he fully understands. It don't matter where you are at the moment. You are what you are. You know what I mean? And the importance of understanding that and how it ties us globally and the power that comes with that. So that's why I picked. That's why Marcus Garvey was on the board. That's why he's so inspirational.
Okay, cool. Welcome, Omar. If you're just joining us, we have Kevin White and Randy White of Blackopoly.black, the blackest game, the blackest Black consciousness game in the game. Oh, look at me. Okay, so Arturo wants to know, what are warranty deeds? You have these different properties. You have North Carolina, you have West Africa. I was actually able to purchase West Africa. I was very excited. You've got all of these, Central America, South, I don't know if you have South Texas, Cali, New York. What are the warranty deeds? Okay,
so a lot of time we talk about buying land without the understanding of the type of deeds that come with it, with the land. The warranty deed ensures that, you know, when you buy that land, whoever owned that land previously, if anything is messed up on it, they have to deal with it, rather than you having to come out of pocket for that. You know what I mean? And so I just noticed when I was traveling, you know, we had these big ideas about buying land and starting farms, etc. But so often do I watch people deal with real estate and they end up buying something that actually ends up costing them more than what it should have cost. And then now it puts your plans, it takes back how long your plans could come into fruition. You know?
Okay, cool. How do you get the game, Leo? You go to http://blackopoly.black. Go there right now. Open up another browser. Go there right now and get the game. Okay, so those are the 4 corners. We have so how did you choose the different properties?
Oh, fuck. Damn. Okay.
It's okay. There you go.
Okay, so say that again. I'm sorry.
How did you choose the different properties?
Oh, like I said, a lot of those places were places that I visited, that I seen people being active and trying to make a change. And then as far as, like, you know, the Caribbean, different regions in Africa, etc., those places were picked due to the fact that a lot of times, for instance, I know a lot of people who come from the Dominican Republic and stuff like that who don't consider themselves Black or don't consider themselves African. And I wanted to put emphasis on the fact that we are all of that. You know what I mean? If you can move a horse, from Europe to America is still gonna be a horse. You know, so that's what it is. And you kind of inspired me in that manner with what you do with your DNA. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kevin.
No,
Thank you. You all, one of the things I think is important in this conversation is that Kevin is 28. He is 28. Is that even still?
I'm actually 30.
Oh, you're 30? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what I read was, oh, my bad. Well, still, okay, so you're 30. Kevin is only 30. You know, so he's a millennial, and we hear so much about millennials, what they aren't doing, what they don't know. And so here's but when you created this game, how old were you?
Ooh, I was 20. Well, I started creating them when I was 25, going on 26. So yeah.
So there you go. So for 5 years, he's been grinding to bring this to us. So yes, congratulations to you, and congratulations to you, Randy. I know that my parents are very proud of me, so I can only imagine how proud you are of
Absolutely.
Kevin.
Absolutely. But see, the thing about the game concept, the most amazing thing I think about the game concept is that he initially made this just for the family. Like, we are big on the board game scene in my house, and he originally made it for the family. So he calls me one day and he says, "Hey, Dad, come over. I want to show you this game I created." And when I sat down and he whipped that board out, and he's already a graphic designer, I was blown away. I knew that day that the rest of the world needed to see this.
Look at this board, y'all. We're not kidding. We're not exaggerating. This thing is beautiful. Okay, so all right. So we talked about the properties. Now, when I had to go way back in my memory to Monopoly, and I hate to compare against things that aren't as good, but we all know Monopoly. So let's just call it and you named it Blackopoly. So you got yourself up to this comparison. There were 4 railroads that you could buy, if my memory serves me correctly. But in Blackopoly, you flipped it. How did you flip it, and why?
I wanted to. Okay, so one of the things I realized is cities do very well when they have airports. You know what I mean? So that was my inspiration between for that and just making it more modern. So that's why I did the airlines and the FAA certificates and stuff.
Yeah, and I got some of those too. I think I got Kemet Air. I was all psyched because I got Kemet Air. Speaking of Kemet, so one of the things that you can do is, one of the way that you recognize the value of your property during this game is by purchasing businesses to put on the property, correct?
Yes.
And so look at what the businesses are, y'all. Ain't no hotels and houses in this joint. They're pyramids. The businesses are pyramids. You have thought of everything. And then once you get 4 businesses, you can buy a corporate structure, correct?
Yes.
And this is the corporate structure, but I have to tell you, this looks like a curler to me. This looks like an old-fashioned pink curler. Was that your inspiration? Was it the curler? You probably don't even know about these curlers, do you?
Yeah, no, he knows about the curler. Yeah, he did hair for years.
Okay.
I never even thought about that.
I was like, I'm getting one of those curlers. This is great. You can tell I genuinely had a ball playing this game. And I thought too, during the pandemic, so a lot of us, someone asked me what it was like spending so much time at home. A lot of us don't get to see our loved ones. I'm an only child, so I don't have brothers and sisters. I played this game with my parents, but our extended family is a game playing family. And what I thought, have you heard of this? If a couple of families buy a game, you could actually play this over Zoom. Right? Each family could have their own board, and you have, and then the pawns. Let me show y'all the pawns. Let me find the pawns. I'm telling y'all, he's thought of everything. All right, I lost the pawns, but the pawns are red, black, green, and gold. Those are the pawns.
Yes.
Are you for hire? Like, do you do graphic design for companies? I feel like we need you.
You need work, I got you.
And so, but really, so if you wanted to play with someone else who can't come over because you're social distancing, if each of you has the game, you could still play and move the pawns for each other. So I thought that that was a good way to sell more games and to get families engaged. Tarnisha got hers. Look at this. Somebody else I saw got one that I hadn't. Angel Chestnut got hers. I'm telling y'all, this is the week of Kwanzaa. We should have done this yesterday on Ujima because then that's cooperative economics. And
Right.
this is more than a purchase. You are not just supporting a Black business when you buy this. You are expanding your consciousness. You are educating yourself. You are educating your family. Kids can play this. You're learning new things about that you probably may not have even thought about. It's like Arturo said, what in the world is a warranty deed? Those kind of things. So I encourage you in the spirit of purpose. This brother is definitely on purpose with the creation of this game. Michael said, I'm feeling that there may be an African ancestry game. I'm not competing with Blackopoly, Michael. You crazy. Look, I know my limitations. I'm not, I set the bar way too high. But I do need to do some graphic design. So yes. Oh, and shout out to Nia down in, I think there's a Nia on here, isn't there? Sometimes there's a Nia on. So let's talk about Treasure and Sankofa. Okay. What are these about?
Okay, so Treasure, you know, this is just about treasuring the mother. You know what I mean? Where we come from, etc. Now Sankofa, you know, Sankofa means go back and get.
Right.
That's about going back, knowing your history, going back and taking what you can from your history, but also learning from the mistakes of the past too. You know what I mean? Taking back everything you can. So I wanted to put those there. There's just so many elements of the game are about subconsciously putting this information into the brain, making people realize that history is just as important as the present. Because if you don't know your history, you can repeat it if it's wrong. And sometimes we may need to repeat what was in history, you know, so.
Got to keep going through the lesson until you get it. I wanted to share one of the when you pass progress each time around the board, do you get money?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
How much do you get?
You get 3,000.
Okay. So here's one of the Sankofa cards. Consumed by social media. No, I'm not reading that one because we're on social media. I got to support that. I'm reading this one. to learn more about the German coast slave revolt of 1811, you travel to St. John the Baptist Parish. Go to Louisiana. If you pass progress, receive $3,000. So that's this is the kind of thing that you get when you have to pick a Sankofa card. Shout out to Barry Payton and Plachette and Nakima, who are all down there in New Orleans. Okay, have we covered? Is there anything I've left? Oh, I want to know, what's the most unexpected outcome of this game, or what is a unexpected outcome?
Everything
for you? Nothing was
expected. Everything was unexpected because, like he said, originally I made it for the family. Everything was just about passing down the knowledge from my own life experiences and the information and research that I've done, and just making sure it lived on when I was gone. You know what I mean? So everything has been unexpected, the whole thing.
And like a good parent does, I had to step in there and tell him, boy, you crazy. This needs to be a part of everybody's bookcase and everybody's game console.
Well, it definitely takes courage. I have to say, putting my business hat on, it takes courage you can design all day and you can make the dopest thing and you can be very comfortable with what you've created for your family and friends. It takes a lot of courage for you to step out there and share with your creation with the world. And like I said, I'm so glad you did. Lorenzo said he's ordering his tomorrow. Sequoia's getting his with a stimulus check.
I like that.
There we go.
We're not playing around. Rodney White says, I need one for sure. Michael Friend says, way to push the idea, Dad. Love it. And that's, that's another thing. For all of us who have children, I'm not one of those, but for those of you who have children, look at what happens when you encourage your children, even if they are your 21-year-old child or your 25-year-old child. Obviously, your family was encouraging you along the way for you to produce something like this. And King Joseph out in LA, shout out to Joseph. He's going to get one. So I don't know. My phone died. I don't know where I can't see my questions, but what haven't we talked about that you think people need to know about this game?
I'd like to just kind of culminate the entire process of the game. It's because the game was never intended for equity's sake. It was always intended for knowledge sake. And like my son, he dipped to the poetry lounges with me. He's read all the books that I've read. He's watched all the videos that I've watched, and it's just amazing how it all comes together in something that's like this. Because he's real big on legacy. You know, he's got a few kids, and I got a few grandkids, and I would love to see them be able to take advantage of the fruits of their parents. So the culmination of the game brings so many aspects of Black life, of life in general, into play. And the more you play the game, the more you see it through the questions, through the treasure cards, through the Sankofa cards. I just think it was a great way to present African history and Blackness in a fun way. So we consider it like edutainment.
It is definitely edutainment. And that beat that you made for the trailer video, if that's not entertainment.
I gotta give credit to his Leotis. That was the producer. That's my boy, right?
Shout out to is his name?
Yep.
Shout out to I love this. I appreciate you indulging me. Everybody, in the spirit of full disclosure, Randy sent me this game as a gift. And he called me out because it took me a couple months to actually open the box, but open this box. And I think he forgot that we were in the middle of a pandemic when he called me out. But I want to thank you so much for gifting us with this game, Randy, because I'm telling you, this is just like a shot of adrenaline. I'm giving it away to Eddie Hughes. I've sent it to a couple of friends. And so I'm looking forward to, I can't even remember the last time I played Monopoly. I had no interest in playing Monopoly. And now I'm like, okay, when are we going to play Blackopoly again? So everybody, please, 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 we celebrate Kwanzaa all year round. So you don't have to get the game this week. If you can't get the game this week, that's okay. Get it next month. Get it in February. Get it in March. Get it whenever you can. I don't know how much it is. When I saw it's about $80, $70.
No, 67, yeah.
It's $67.99. So I don't want to hear nothing about how much it costs. Okay, that's a DoorDash delivery. You know what I mean? That's buying some movies, watching the movies that cost $20 that come on streaming. This is the best edutainment investment that you can make for yourself and your family. And did I mention? Yes, I did. They are family, and that's how we do here at African Ancestry. We support family. Okay, Juanita says she bookmarked the page and plans to get it. That's right. Oh, yeah, Arturo says cousin looked like Bryson Tiller, low key. I don't even know who Bryson Tiller is. Have you heard that before?
Nah, I haven't heard
not that one.
Yeah, not that one. That's funny.
And then Avanti said, yes, he does. Okay. All right. So thank you guys for being here. And you are welcome back anytime. I'm trying to figure out how we can, maybe in the online community, we can get some kind of Blackopoly game going or something. I want to figure out what else we can do with this, how else we can do this. But I would love for you all to stay in touch, and any way that we can continue to spread the message with you, we definitely will.
We greatly appreciate that. And we'll be pushing everybody to AfricanAncestry.com also.
Well, that's how it is. All right, cool. Thanks a lot, you guys. Everybody, thank you for joining us this evening. Remember to go to blackopoly.black to get your game. If you already have the game, you can get one for a friend. You can get one for a family member who's in another state, so you guys can play on Zoom or whatever platform you use. And we still have a Kwanzaa deal going on through tomorrow night. Through December 31st, you can save 15% off of a test kit. And we also have free shipping for those of you who want to get something something besides the test kit. We got identity box, we got study guides, we got t-shirts, personalized certificates, notebooks, journals, all of those things. And yes, thank you so much for sharing. Someone said they just shared this. L. Rootsy said they are sharing the live. Please share this. Help me. I want everybody to know about this game. So help me help them by sharing this on YouTube and sharing it on Facebook and everywhere else. We have a couple more. Yes, and we have masks, Michael friend. And then, okay, so yeah, that's all we got. It's the end of the year. Next time I see you all, it'll be 2021, and we have some really, really creative things in store for next year. I'm excited to get there, and I want to see all of you all there with me. So as we close out, please continue to safely distance. Please continue to wear your masks. Please continue to support your mental health and that of those who love you. And until we meet again, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. Happy New Year.